Well, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
It's a No Filter Friday. And it is Friday. Yay. So welcome to the Kim Sunshine Show. I am Kim Sunshine at Cornerstone Center, and I have a very prestigious woman here today. Super excited. She has been a superstar in my book since the day I met her, and she walked into the professional, Palm Coast Professional and Business Network. Is that how...
That's how we met.
Is that exactly how we say that? Palm Coast Professional and Business Network. And
yeah,
business.
I think something like
so
that.
That's how we met. Some of my favorite people in the whole wide world are in that group and absolutely love them. And Renee came in out of nowhere like she's a girl with this New York accent coming from New York. And I'm going to teach everybody all kinds of really cool administrative things for business. And at that time, this is a huge introduction, but I was doing something completely different. I will get into that in a minute. But Renee,
with my eyes glaring here with the light.
Ever since that day, you have been a superstar in my book. And oh my gosh, how far you have come since the day that you walked in.
Yeah.
But guys, Renee DeVincenzo, and she's with MDR, Administrative Services. So she comes in and helps your business on the administrative level to get everything organized, polished, and efficient. And so, Renee, go ahead and tell us a little about yourself.
A little bit about myself, as Kim had shared. I'm a former New Yorker. Moved here about 4 years ago. Had the great opportunity of meeting Kim. And I have been working my business for over 10 years with small business owners. And I put programs together. I give them business solutions. I help them to move forward so they can get to the next level and deserve the success that they are looking for, meeting their goals.
Yes, and I love the idea of leveling up.
Leveling up.
Level up. And Renee is definitely a great asset to have and to keep in mind. If you are a business owner or know a business owner who would like to streamline their systems, polish up their policies, have standard operating procedures and everything that they do, Renee is your girl, and we're so fortunate to have her here in Palm Coast.
Yeah.
And so you've been doing this for 10 years.
10 years, yes. Can you believe that? Wow.
And what is your favorite part of your job? I know you have a lot, but just pick one. Just pick that shining gem.
I actually really like are working with courses. I put courses together to help employees better understand how they work in their business. And I did this program due to the fact of what I had experienced, finding out that a lot of times people or business owners just cannot stay with their daily schedule. And it is just...
Oh, yeah, because you have that course coming up, which is really exciting.
Camp coming up, which is really excited. The boot camp I put together is to help business owners see their mindset, how they're looking at things. And it is, like I know we were joking around, and I'd say it's like, driving a car, and you got to stay focused, and you got to know where you're going from A to B to get there safely. And my question always is, why is it that as business owners we cannot focus on our daily schedule? And that really basically is how we see our daily schedules and what we want to do and what we find, we can do later, or just basically just not like to do it.
Awesome. So when is that class?
The class is going to be, it's actually a boot camp. It's called the Master Your Daily Schedule Boot Camp. It's September 26th to the 29th. It's a 4-day free boot camp. If you'd like more information on it, please go to my Facebook page, MDR, Administrating Services.
And we have tagged it, so that's tagged.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
so
that's
tagged.
It's tagged in the video, so go ahead and click on that. Take a look and see if the boot camp fits for you. If so, sign up. And the cool thing is, this boot camp is going to be via Zoom.
Yes.
So no matter where you are in the country, you can jump in on this boot camp with Renee. So that's wonderful, Renee. Fantastic.
It's going to be great. You'll also get access to replays if you couldn't be there for whatever reason. So it's designed more to work for you as the individual in the business.
Now tell us, how long have you been in Palm Coast?
4 years, since 2018. Moved down in February.
Wow, so 4.5 years.
Yeah,
and so
4.5 years.
What is your favorite part of living here?
Oh, the beach. Oh my gosh. I just love the beach. I love living near the beach. I love the beach. The beach.
Me too. Now, do you ever go for the sunrise in the morning?
No, I have to say I don't. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. Yes, I do. If I do go out for a cup of coffee or whatever, I do go to the beach by myself. And I like to walk it.
Now, was it you? I'm pretty sure, maybe it wasn't you, that told me that when you and your husband make decisions, you go to the beach?
Yes,
Was that you?
yes, that's how
Okay,
we
so
bought it.
tell us
Yes.
about
Oh,
that, because I
that's a
think
fun
that's
thing.
beautiful.
Well, my in-laws moved here in the 80s, so we always came down for vacation. And then after a while, in the 90s, we're like, okay, we want to get a house and XYZ, all of that, but we're always on the beach. So we bought our house on the beach. Any decisions that we make, we go to the beach, and it just comes true. You just keep saying what you want, and there it is. We closed our house on the beach, everything. It was great. So beach is our go-to spot when we have to think about things.
So now, do you sit down in the sand, or do you walk? Do you take off your shoes? Tell us how this decision-making on the beach goes.
Well, yeah, definitely now we sit down on the beach.
You get a certain age, you
Back
just want
a
to
little
sit
bit
down.
when our kids were younger, yeah, we'd be in the water and things like that. Well, we just find the beach very relaxing, and you get to clear your mind, and thoughts and all good things come through, and you make right decisions.
And one of the other cool things about the beach is the salt water that's in the air. So that is
yeah.
so good for your lungs and clearing out your lungs and just giving you some nice and peace. So do you wear your shoes, or do you take off your shoes?
When I'm on the beach, I take off my shoes.
As well you should. Okay, so there's this big thing called grounding. And I had never heard of it before, but I don't even know how I started hearing about it, but you hear more and more. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it does make sense that we are all, like, there's vibrations and frequencies and things of that nature, and the earth is something that is very big and important in our world. And we are, so if you take off your shoes, they say that it's called grounding. So when you go barefoot walking, it's called grounding. So when I go to the beach, I always make a point to not wear my shoes. And if that is true, imagine how weakened we are if the vibration lines us up. So it's supposed to just bring peace to you, and with that peace, that gives you more energy to do all the things that you're supposed to do in the world.
Well, yes. That's why they say put oils on your feet, put all of that stuff.
So when you said that you go to the beach to make decisions, that's where my mind went. It all kind of made a full circle for me. And I thought, my goodness, isn't that the best place to make a decision, is with no shoes on, being grounded at the beach and connected. So your vibrations are coming up. You're not working with as much stress, and you're just kind of shaking everything off. It's kind of like a reset for your frequent. I don't know. It sounds really crazy and weird, but I do know. Okay, so
Back it up.
well, with my Christian belief, it's some people don't get it, and they're like, oh, well, that doesn't agree with our Christian belief. But let me show you how it connects and how I see the connection there. In the Bible, it tells us not to wear linen and wool together. With the frequency of linen and the frequency of wool, they fight with each other the whole time. If you wore them together, it would be like a little frequency chaos. So, but the Bible then reinforces it and tells us not to wear it. So it's like, okay, who knows what? I'm not sure, but if it's a little bit true and I take my shoes off and I wear it at the beach, I'm not hurting anybody, not harming anybody. I'm not going against God in any way. I'm not worshiping anything. I'm just grounding myself with something that God made. So in my viewpoint, it all works together. There's nothing that says that it shouldn't work together. So that's how I kind of test it out.
That's a good, yeah, I agree with that completely.
Kind of balance it out.
Balances everything out on there. And when you think about it, think about how everybody was with no shoes, right? Back in the day.
They had to figure out how to make shoes.
Yeah, but they had sandals or whatever on there, but they would
had some shell shoes. like I got these cool shell shoes. And guess what? Renee and I would have 14 pairs each at least in the
shell shoes.
But when I quit, so I really wasn't so into that until I quit smoking cigarettes. And when I quit smoking cigarettes, I just kind of walked away from them contently, and I've not looked back. And it's been 2 months and a week,
now.
2 months and a week. And thank you. And I love being around my smoking friends, but I really know that that salt air is so good. And then as I'm walking, it's almost like grounding, and I'm like, okay, resetting and finding peace, because when you make a big change in your life, no matter what that change is, someone's giving hearts. Thank you. Thanks for all the love. We appreciate it. And the way that I always feel is on my lives, if somebody gives hearts and love, and I think you guys all should, it magnifies back to everybody who's watching the live. So, I mean, if you didn't want good vibes, don't watch my live. But if you do want good vibes, and there's everybody's giving them now. So go ahead and mash on the hearts and give lots of love to everybody, because that'll come back to you tenfold. So everybody mash in the hearts. It just magnifies to everyone.
Oh,
so
wow. Look
love
at all
seeing
of that.
it.
How
Love seeing it.
cool. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I quit smoking, and it kind of made a big change in my life. So if you're ever making a big change in your life, one of the biggest things you need to do is find peace and find a peaceful place in order to have your clear thoughts, because you have to be on point. And then once everything is set in your life, and it's like riding a bike, juggling, and doing everything without having to think about it, you know, and then you don't have to worry about anything. But while you're making big decisions, and I love that you guys go to the beach, and I highly recommend that for anybody who has a big decision that's challenging and hard to make. So what made that, what made you think to do that? Like to go to the beach to make decisions? Like, hey, we have a big decision.
Well,
I would maybe think go to the ice cream shop.
Yeah, we do. Well, you have to understand, my husband went to school here before we were married. He was in college. He was Miami-Dade North, Florida Southern, and I'd always come and visit, and we'd always be at the beach. So the beach was, well, they weren't so close to the beach, but my in-laws were here. So we just go to the beach and also go walk at Waterfront Park. Love
Nice.
that. Just nice and peaceful.
I love it. I love it. And that's one of the things that we all should strive for, is to have peace in our lives, in all areas of our life, in business, in your relationships, in your friendships. I mean, if things are not bringing you that peace, or not having that peace around you, cut them out. There's nothing that says you have to have them around you.
Just let nature and hear the birds.
Exactly, because look, we live in paradise.
We
are winning. We are already winning. Like, we made it in life. That's one of the things that that is hard for some people to wrap their head around. Everybody's not in a rat race when you get down here to Florida, and I'm so thankful for that. A lot of people have retired and are just looking for something fun to do, or they just want something to balance out their time. So
and true, a lot of people bring their when they do move down and they retire, they take their experience and knowledge and have their business working for themselves, and just making their life the way they want it now. That they're able to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we're so glad that you joined us on this live today. So
so excited. Thank you.
I'm Kim Sunshine on the Kim Sunshine Show with Renee DeVincenzo. Now, she says it DeVincenzo, but I know the proper pronunciation.
It is the proper pronunciation. It is. Yes.
I always.
My husband's family says DeVincenzo, so I can tell you.
That's the right one for your neck of the woods, DeVincenzo.
And we're D-E, not D-I, so.
D-E?
D-E, so.
I was equally awesome. I don't... E and I'm
Whenever
trying to make a joke for it.
I'm like, hey, maybe they're related some way, hon. I tell my husband.
So there are the I people.
When they came over, it was originally, if I'm right, D-I, and when his family came over from Italy, it got switched to D-E. Not sure how.
It just depends on who was manning the booth at Ellis Island, because back in the day, that's how everybody got here. Yeah. I mean, we are all part of the great American melting pot. Yeah. We do have some people who are Native Americans. Very, very thankful for them. Here? Thank you. I appreciate that. No, my people have been here at least 200 years.
First generation
here. You are
my parents are from Europe, Austria and Hungary.
From Austria and Hungary. Yeah, so you were born here, first generation born
here. My mom left Hungary due to the war. And
that's how a lot of people got here.
And then my dad,
hold on a second. A lot of people came to America because of wars going on in other places. We should be the most peaceful place ever. Yeah. Why is it that people keep trying to put racism on us? We are not racist people. We're not. We love everybody. Yeah. People are coming here. A lot of people you talk to are fleeing a war. Those are not people who are racist. Yeah. We are not a racist country. No. We are not. So don't put that on. And if somebody tries to put that on you, just shirk it right off and say, that's not me and that's not my country.
Exactly. So, yep. And they were business owners. They owned a bakery. And
so you know bakery secrets? Oh, gosh, we didn't know that.
Bakery secrets was Queens. College Point, Queens, and oh my God, it was just like the best
thing.
So in
Queens, New York. So, your parents owned a bakery there?
Yeah, Queens, New York.
I'm sure I've been to that bakery.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
College Point, Queens, I should
College
say.
Point,
College Point,
I've been to College Point because there was a...
right near Flushing.
Yeah, that's where my...
the highway thing over
Exactly, that's where my ex-husband's family lived.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time there, lived there with him for a little, them for a little while, but right across from Queens College. So I know College Point, but there was a store we used to go to all the time, and I can remember it clear as day. You would walk in, and there was all the fruits and vegetables were right there, big, huge.
No, it wasn't. They just had bakeries. That wasn't. We were just bakery. No
Well,
fruits and
I know you
vegetables.
were, but it was probably in the same area.
Oh, yes.
And I'm trying to remember what was the name of that store.
I don't.
I forget. It wasn't Wall Bombs.
Yeah,
Anyways.
it was down a little ways from.
And then there was the place to get the good smoked whitefish up there. Oh my gosh. If you want the best smoked whitefish ever in New York, it's up there. I forget the name of the place. But they would wrap it in paper and it would be smoked whitefish. It was wonderful and yummy.
It was a good time. It was good. We left in the 70s and then moved up to Mahopac, New York, up in Putnam County. And I was there till I came here.
So my question is, you have both your parents speak different languages.
Yep. Austrian, Hungarian, German and Hungarian.
Did they teach you any of those languages?
Yes, actually.
They did?
Yes, my mom spoke to me fluent German. It was
Okay.
German. And by the time I was 5 and I went to school, I stopped. It was the English, so I didn't speak it. But I can understand. I understand it more than my brother.
Okay.
So I understand what to say when we're out there. Actually, when I was 16, we went to Austria and Hungary for 2 months
Oh, that's so cool.
to meet that side of the family. It was
Yeah,
nice.
your extended family. That is so cool. I'm so glad that you learned the language because I don't have any other languages. I'm the American melting pot for generations as far as we could look back. I do know I have some German, but we lost that a long time ago. So I didn't have the opportunity to learn any other languages. So I would say to anybody, if you are first generation here, please learn your native language and hold on to that heritage because as much as you want to fit in here in America, you still have to know your culture and your heritage and where you came from and just appreciate it and love it and learn it because I think it's important for people to have that.
Yes,
And it's much easier to learn when you're young.
It is a lot easier to. I speak the dialect. I don't speak the fluent. So when I go out there, my cousins will be like, "What are you saying?" Because I have the dialect, version of that.
Now, I can speak every American dialect, so I can get New York. If you want to get New York with me, baby, I'm going to get New York with you. If
Let's have a test with that.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. What do you want to do? Come on now. Come on.
No,
And then
that's
or
all right.
Southern,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
When it gets to a Southern belle, like my girl Charlotte's on here watching. Hi, Charlotte.
Hey, Charlotte, I love your outfits. Oh my God, everybody loved the dress I wore yesterday. Love it.
Oh yeah, with her little jacket,
Oh
it looks
my
so
God,
cute.
I loved it.
And Charlotte's throwing us hearts right now, and they're magnifying back out to everybody. I think that's awesome. I'm gonna send you some. Oh no, I'm not.
you
No, I'm
blocking
not. Okay,
us.
so Charlotte owns the Beachside Studio, and she's also
Great
a member of
clothes.
Cornerstone Center here. So we are so excited to see her and her business and how it's growing. And she just has the new oysters that you open up, and she finds the pearls in them. Have you found your pearl yet?
No, I have not.
Well,
Charlotte, I got to find my pearl.
Well, she'll be at the farmers market at European Village on Sunday, and that's from 12 noon until 4 p.m. And she's got the big beachside studio there. So there was one other question I wanted to ask you about before we go, and that is Mary Kay. So I know that you are a superstar Mary Kay girl. So tell us about your Mary Kay.
So I became a consultant back in the 90s. I was a sales director in 2004. And I will tell you that was the best experience I've had in my life. I learned so much from who I was as a person, how to develop, how to grow. And all my training techniques and my knowledge is what I brought into my business. A lot of people will say, why did you ever step down? And I just said that I found it wasn't my passion as I thought. What my passion is what I'm doing now. And
Right.
because of Mary Kay is how I created MDR Administrating Services. I took all my knowledge of what I had to deal with as a business owner working from home and running an office. And I knew that there were other business owners out there that also needed assistance and guidance. And that's how I started MDR Administrating Services.
And you still use the Mary Kay products
love
today.
it.
So
Love it.
so that's one of the things about Mary Kay. Like once you start using it and you get that feel for it, it's consistent. I've been using Mary Kay for 20 years. I also was a director with Mary Kay, and this was years and years ago. So, did learn a ton. Already knew a lot of things going in, but the training program that Mary Kay has is unbelievable. So, if you are a gal and looking to get some experience in management or business, and you don't really know what to do, one of the paths that you can take is take a path of direct sales and marketing where the platform is already laid out for you.
Yes.
We have a fantastic director that's part of Cornerstone Center here, Kayla McCormick. She is going to be doing a nice session coming up. I'm so excited. It's coming up on Tuesday. She's going to be featuring the brushes and doing some cool stuff. So she's going to be doing that on Tuesday. If you have another Mary Kay person, you are more than welcome. Kayla has opened up her arms and opened up the door. So let's say that Barbara Flash is your Mary Kay director, because she's also a wonderful director in the area. You are welcome to come here, sit in on Kayla's class, and then place your order with Barbara. And Kayla has no problem with that. And she even invited that out on a live before. So I know she'll appreciate me sharing that again today.
And actually, Barbara just was awarded, if I say that right, in Texas at Mary Kay seminar, her Queen's Quarter ring.
Exactly.
Or I think it was 40,000 in sales or something like that, but it's a beautiful ring. So congratulations to her. And her goal is to be the director. So she's now working on.
Oh, so she's working her way up
there, and she's now working for her car. So
exactly. And Kayla, I think, got her 5th time with driving a car, and she has promoted out several directors underneath of her. So we have a lot of wonderful ladies who are doing Mary Kay around us, and both Renee and I have come through Mary Kay and appreciate the training and the lessons, because it's an amazing teaching that Mary Kay does, and a great foundation for building a business and starting a business. So if we were to give one tip for a business owner, or let's back it up, somebody who is thinking about starting a business, and you want to give them one tip for themselves on thinking about starting a business, what would that tip be?
Well, first of all, I would ask what type of business you're looking to do, and then to really basically get the understanding of the direction you want to go, and build a strong foundation. That's what I would definitely say. Make sure that you're using the right tools. You have everything in place before you have the big picture of what you want your business name to be, what you want to do. I always say, go to the beach and look at the beautiful houses, and you see them and what they're standing on. And I have to be honest with you, I once had said, coming here, I wonder what would happen in a storm. Would they stand? And when I came back, when the storm hit, a few weren't, and that's when it hit me. You have to build your business on a strong foundation. So think of those houses on the beach.
That's right.
And always remember to take it step by step. Don't jump too far ahead. Do the right processes in place needed, and your business will be very successful.
Awesome. But the key point that she did say is do indeed take a step, because a great idea is great, but if you never take action on it, it's just like a bad idea.
Exactly.
Nothing comes of it, and there's no fruit from it.
Always remember that success is achieved by those that know how to fail. And that was one of my Mary Kay quotes that I always went by. So I said, okay, so I know I have to do something else to get to where I want to be. So always be grateful when you're finding things aren't working, because you're getting closer to what is going to work.
Exactly. Trial and error. Just like Thomas Edison creating the light bulb, which is shining on us so cute right now.
Yeah, my glasses are glowing.
What was it like? He failed over 1,000 times, or over 100 times. It was a lot.
It was a lot.
I don't know the number, because I haven't looked it up for a while, and this is stuff I was taught 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But he failed on many, many, many times before he found the exact combination that brings us light today. Right. So failure is only a stepping stone to success.
Exactly.
The more no's you get, the closer you are to getting a yes.
Yes, that's right. Just
so my
going.
favorite saying, and one of the things that I've always said is if I don't know something, I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to learn it. But I can outwork anybody. And I know, like, some people are like, oh, I don't want to outwork anybody. But sometimes when you're learning something or you're doing something new, you got to put a little bit more effort or energy into it to get there. And as a business owner, have you experienced that where you're working in the night or late into the night, or your weekends?
I will tell you, yes, because, I couldn't wait to start my business. My goal was, I want to go to the beach when I want to go on vacation when I want, because I still lived in New York. And you do work harder as a business owner. You do put a lot of hours in there until you have built it to be able to take that time and so forth.
So you have to build a strong foundation, and that's why Cornerstone Center's tagline is the foundation of success. And we do help you identify those foundational things and those things that are important. But at the end of the day, you still have to get out there and work. And your first 2 years, you should plan to always just nose to the grindstone. I mean, those are your 2 years. Your first 2 years in business are very formative years. And then everything that your business makes in those first 2 years should be decided to go back into your business. That's not when you're pulling out. So once your business is now a well-oiled machine and it's able to pretty much run with your eyes closed, that's when you should be at your profit level and making money. Now, let's say you start making awesome money in your first 2 years. Well, then you obviously have found something that's ready to grow and explode. So go with it and do the nose to the grindstone for the first 2 years and then sell it.
Well, I would
sell it and then just it's permanent vacation.
Being that you're talking about goals too, it's very important to make your goals realistic. And I find working that with a lot of business owners, when we do goal setting, we put the strategy in place. When I look back at my history of working 10 years, my goals that I reached were every 2 years.
Right.
I started my business 2012, like still having a job, J-O-B, as they say. Went out
Just
on my
over
own,
broke is what we used to call it.
Went out on my own in 2014. 2016, earned the same salary as working for someone else. 2018, we moved here.
Oh, yeah, so it is every 2 years.
In 2021, I was back to where I was building my business down here. Because I had it in there's my face down here because I had it in New York. And here I am now starting another goal. But one thing I will always say too, determine when you want to do something different. The fall is the best time to look at where you want to be next year. So my change of adding things is always the fall, and this is why I'm now doing courses and boot camps. So always have growth and never ever, how do I say this? There are times where you feel so overwhelmed, like, what am I doing? Well, you know what? You're in the right place in doing that because that is now getting out of your comfort zone. So all that feeling is good feeling. So just grow with it. Enjoy the butterflies in your stomach. It's all going to come to play.
Exactly. So if you're looking to start a business, you have an idea, come on down to Cornerstone Center. That's what we're all about here, where building your business is our business. So thank you so much, Renee, for being on the Kim Sunshine Show.
As they say in German, Dankeschön. Dankeschön.
And this is German.
German.
How do I say it?
I say Dankeschön.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. You could tell I haven't spoken in a while.
Dankeschön.
And
Dankeschön.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
But it's how you say it. Every family says it different. So,
Bye.
bye.
In America, have a great day, everybody.
Bye.